Number 8 is a concept that we just tested over. We're finding the length of the altitude, which is right here. It's the altitude of a right triangle. So remember, we learned that we have 3 similar triangles, the small, the medium, and the large, that are all similar to one another. So in setting up our equation, we're going to be setting up a proportion, since we know that the corresponding sides of similar triangles are proportional. Remember to label that. We look at x, it's a side of the small and the medium. In the small triangle, x is the long leg, and we're given 7, which is the short leg. So I'm going to write in symbols that I'm using a long leg and short leg of that triangle. The x was the long leg, and the 7 is the short leg. So when I set up my second ratio, I'm going to be consistent, long leg over short leg, for the other triangle that contains the x, and that's the medium. In the medium triangle, the 20 is the long leg, and the x is the short leg. So this is the proportion that I would set up to solve. X times x is x squared. 7 times 20 is 140. So to undo the squaring, we take the square root, so we get the square root of 140. Obviously, that's not one of our answer choices because that can be simplified. So we can break down the 140 into 2 times 70, the 70 into 2 times 35, and the 35 into 5 times 7. We don't stop until we have all prime factors. Remember, whatever you have a pair of goes outside the radical, and then whatever is left over goes inside. And you're always multiplying here. So if you have more than one pair, you multiply those together. If you have more than one left over, you multiply those together. So the 2 goes outside the radical, the 5 times 7 goes inside the radical. You can always check your simplification by putting your unsimplified radical into your calculator, your simplified radical into your calculator, and you should get the same decimal answer in your calculator if you simplified that correctly. So the correct answer choice is C, 2 root 35.